До сих пор надо в жилетах бегать? Ну ладно. Поспешил, походу. Что, издеваетесь? Не хотите мне обновить цели? Не говорите, что мне опять придется дойти. Я игру поломал. А, серьезно? Игра говна. Просто игра говна. Что, мне опять его все диалоги слушать после этого? Боги. Да что?
Glad to see you. Can I do anything?
I must leave you.
What can I do for you?
I will see you.
Take care.
Locked.
Ладно, попробуем автосейв загрузить. Чего это на этом рестриме Twitch отваливается постоянно? Что за хрень? Опять слушать этого дядьку.
You're not wrong. We should search this place. It seems that someone forgot their earring.
Oh, here is an object of more than questionable taste. A woman from a good family would never wear it. It's junk. The kind of thing a courtesan would wear.
I didn't know you were an expert on the subject, Father.
The subject of jewelry?
No, of courtesans.
Куда бежишь, дед?
Oh, for goodness sake. This room reeks of alcohol.
And not just any old alcohol, if my nose does not deceive me. Cornelia always had great taste when it came to drinking. We are here at the heart of human depravity. Outrageous luxury, excessively priced alcohol, obvious debauchery.
Surely this is enough to incriminate the Mother Cardinal.
No, my child. These things are common in certain circles, even in Tuleme, unfortunately. Cornelia may well have organized these things for others. These parties might be of use in gaining some political favor. We must find out who is involved and learn more.
The earring that we found may help us with that. We could ask at the brothel if it belongs to a prostitute.
We should continue searching. Perhaps we missed something.
Что за квест говна? Теперь искать бордель самому. Судительный квест. Ну ладно, здесь хотя бы это все. Старик, твой квест говной воняет, потому что он не обновляется.
What was
No,
written?
I tried.
I will see.
Take care. Ready?
Тут такая...
I need to get.
A feast for the eyes, ladies and gentlemen. And it's free.
May the enlightened bless you.
Have a nice day, madam.
May the enlightened always keep you in his divine blessing.
Мне, конечно, нравится соседство казарм солдатских и борделей с барами. Прям прямой проход.
I must go. I am expected somewhere.
Вот как мне делать квест, если
Good day.
он не обновился?
May the word of Saint Matthias guide you.
Что за бред? Старик, у тебя квест говна. Не работает. Что мне с тобой теперь до конца игры ходить, потому что не завершен. Другие квесты не делаются. Судительный квест. Судите. Старик, давай.
Glad to see you, my friend. Can I do anything?
I must leave you.
Старик, давай, продвигай
What can I do
квест.
for you, man?
What?
No, I tried.
I will.
Take.
Вы издеваетесь или что?
This area of the basement.
Very well.
Нет, я хочу отменить твой квест. Не отменить твой квест.
Glad to see. Can I do?
I must leave you.
Слушайте, вы в этих касках очень похожи.
What can I do?
I will.
Take.
Locked.
А, я понял, я дурачок.
This document is highly important. By reading it carefully, you could learn a lot. The Mother Cardinal apparently borrows large amounts of money from a moneylender. Actually,
What's more, she does so.
and the name can.
This sweet person. I think we have everything we need. There is probably.
Мне кажется, она сосет чей-то леденец
in the
The
account.
moneylender
и
is
зарабатывает этим
established.
деньги.
He can be found near. As for this Candy Cane, the name doesn't ring any bells.
We can also go and gather information at the coin table.
Осуждаю свою невнимательность. Все потому, что меня не пускали. Почему нельзя сделать открытие ключом на Е? Как раз таки в таких случаях, когда он есть. Не взлом постоянно на Е. Допросить проституток. Почему проституток допрашивать? Устроим допрос с пристрастием проституток.
I'm here for something else.
If you wish.
Do you think that the mother? What can you tell me about?
Candy cane.
And what do they say?
Here, nothing.
To the games room and
Yes, that's more the kind.
you sometimes deliver goods.
Of course. The rich don't.
And have you ever supplied any?
Yes, that has happened. It's.
And who places
Well, a steward, of
a
course.
woman dressed in a?
No, the steward is more discreet. On the other hand, the steward speaks to her sometimes.
I have to go. Good day.
Welcome.
I imagine that the name.
Obviously, he's a sort of organizer. He captured.
How is that a problem?
Apparently, he's fixed a few fights. He's kind of.
If that's the case, why don't you?
He has friends, protectors, and the only ones who wanted to speak.
Do you know where I could find
He
you?
often hangs out around the port at night, but I strongly.
I know how to look after myself. Has the Mother Cardinal ever come here?
The Mother Cardinal.
I must be going.
Next time.
Понятно, как она деньги возвращает.
A feast for the eye. So, have you found what you...
Let's just say.
My treasures are worth that for you.
Father, do you want to explain to this man what?
Of course. We're not here. Several clients of yours have made a complaint. Precious objects disappearing after your...
People in very high places are concerned.
This cannot be.
Thank you for your call.
Look! Oh, but wouldn't that be...
We would like to know.
Absolutely not. And I have no desire to answer your
Very well.
Ты судья нам наказывает.
There are too many of you for me alone, my little...
Sorry, madam. But we are here. This question might seem a little surprising. But do you know who...
Слишком много для нее одной.
It's mine.
Are you sure you want to broach that?
You're right. Come with me. What do you want? Why are you...
You know where we found it?
Obviously. I realized as soon as I got back...
I imagine your pimp does not know that you take part in these parties.
No. Do not say anything to him.
Then I suggest you answer my... Could you tell us who you saw?
Rich people, or better. They seemed very rich and important to me. But...
Do you know who organized?
Not really, no. A steward pays me when I go, but I don't see anyone else.
You can't even give me a single...
No. The only person who She never takes part in the festivities. But...
Do you think that an important person from Tulema...
You're thinking of Mother Cardinal, aren't you?
You're hardly a shining example of virtue, my child.
Sorry, Father, I don't know the Mother Cardinal, but I...
You don't think you could recognize her, and you don't think you've crossed paths. Admit it. You must know more than your left. It's virtually impossible not to recognize someone while being so...
Well, I was able to recognize someone once.
Please, continue.
I don't want to implicate anyone, but he is of no real importance, and you've probably never even heard of him. It's the local moneylender.
I know very well who you're...
But I didn't mention anything to you. Huh?
I don't even remember the subject of this... This woman in the green coat...
She always hides her face and never joins us. Then she disappears into a little
I
office.
see. Do you know someone who goes by...
Everyone does. He is a...
Have you ever spotted him at these?
In all honesty, I wouldn't even be able to recognize...
Thank you for your help.
Be sure not to mention this to anyone. I...
Так. Важные данные получены.
Can I look who it is?
I am looking for a woman who comes here.
Yes, I have seen this coat before. All I know is that I've seen a steward of the palace who comes to place big orders.
I have to go.
Навредили ветер.
Just...
Nice to meet you. What can I do?
That...
Так, почему букмекер у вас под землей? Что здесь делается? Не заходи ты, куда тебя не просят. Я не буду идти под землей. Сомнительный персонаж. Нахрена я такой круг делал? Что издеваетесь?
Good day.
Welcome. You here to wait?
I am looking for someone.
Yeah, I know who you mean. She's a good client. She comes in, especially for the big fights, and she has pride.
Do you know where I can find...
No, I don't even...
She wouldn't happen to be coming back to collect...
No, and I can't really...
I must be going.
Next time.
Эти расследования такие муторные. И постройка города есть тоже не очень. меня бегает. Ищи проходики. Серьезно?
Can I help you?
Yes, actually.
You don't look like you need...
I'll get straight to the point. I know about the decadent parties at the palace.
What?
Stop acting all innocent. Although your reputation isn't spotless, there are others. What if I were to spread it around town that you boast about being there?
That's enough. All right.
Tell me about Candy Cane.
We're not close, if that's what you want to know. I mean, there are some rumours. They say he doesn't...
What kind of business?
Oh, nothing to do with my line of business.
It would appear that you know... I know that she borrowed money from you. I even know how much.
I have no idea.
Does she still owe you...
No, she always pays me back on time.
Do you think she is plundering the city fund?
Ha! If that were the case, the funds would have been depleted long ago.
I would advise you to keep all of this.
I don't want any trouble.
So, how do you see things, my child?
I think that the usurer is lending money to the cardinal, and very significant sums at that. With this money, she bets on the arena fights while hiding in a big green coat. And she also gives large amounts to a certain Candy Cane, known for fixing fights.
Not only does our dear Cornelia love betting games, but she also wouldn't think twice about cheating to win.
Молодец.
Maybe he is just giving her advice. How can we prove anything?
We can always try asking him. Who knows? Perhaps he will give us an answer.
Еще немного беготни. Потом еще не устали от этого квеста. Лучше пособирать что-то полезное. Рофлить.
Good evening.
Who are you?
Desardet. Legate.
A legate, no less. I imagine.
You seem to be very well informed. What do you know about a woman?
Why would I tell you?
We know that you have business with this woman.
How did you...
That's not exactly the response I'd imagined.
I told you to forget about it, or you'll soon run into trouble.
Come on. It was just an innocent little conversation.
Bye.
We have enough information.
Really? Is the fact that she bets on fights that are...
It's already a huge scandal. I will find a way.
I have faith in you, Father.
Отлично. Я уж думал, это никогда не закончится. О, level up. Талантики. Харизма. Харизма хорошая вещь. Но мне бы ремесла. И хилочку апаем. Хилочку. Следующий талант на 25-м. Можно. За что? За что?
My dear child.
Я не хотел тебе ничего спрашивать. Не это. Улучшить. Чё все вы тут? Пропустите, там лучше. О, кстати. Можно же поставить F1 и F2. О. О, больно. Что я вообще не ощутил. Так, на следующем уровне можно колечко будет одеть. Ну. Вот сюда. Сейчас здесь лучика раскидываю. Ничего себе. Рай для лутаманов. Что здесь ополчение собрали? И все? Несерьезные здесь соперники. По ночам. Ну, по ночам в город ходить. О. Резко лутики появляются. Все это видно, подсвечивает. Опа! Игра дропнулась. Да, игра дропнулась. Осуждающий момент. Как раз не сохранился перед этим. Было слишком много лутика и меня выкинуло. Получается. Слушай. Ласка, ты ж оружие не носишь или носишь? Не носит. А давай-ка мы тебе пистолетик тогда купим. А вот костер. И заказики.
What an astounding place.
It is.
Ну, здесь какие-то слабые монстрики попались.
The village of Eden, the Cardinal Mother told you.
Франкер. Да, вроде уже да, настроил еще не первый стрим уже.
About the place when.
Здравствуйте. О, модераторы в
All I have to
деле.
do is find Father Justinius.
Нервы на пределе.
Welcome to Eden, the lighthouse of faith, harmony, and civilization.
Thank you. Decide.
And I am Father Justinius. Delight.
Да, я бы тоже стримил, все дела не работал.
That's excellent news. The loss of the tab. If you want to learn more about these tablets, you should go ask Sister. She supervises the theologians who discovered them, and were also guarding them. You should find her a bit further in the village, with her colleagues.
Who are the suspects of this theft?
The heretical brutes of the village of Vedlug. They must have wanted to please the demons they worship.
How could they have learned of the tab?
Perhaps the demons are giving them this power. Unless, well, they are so naive.
I must leave you.
May the enlightened...
I wonder what really happened when the missionaries came to settle here.
It all seems a bit too convenient. If we find out some information about the history of Eden, maybe we'll change our view on things. The theft of the relic is probably not a coincidence.
I am busy. If you have questions, go see Sister Eugenia. She's our supervisor.
If you are saying that these tablets bear writings from the very hand of our...
Hello. The Mother Cardinal asked me to help you find... Can I ask you some questions?
Of course. But hurry, I have a lot to do.
Боже, пока
I
не
talked to Father
симпатичный.
Justinius. He told me that you...
Indeed. It is under my supervision.
Where were the tablets the night...
We were keeping them in one of the village's shacks. But first, we wanted to examine them in order... You can go and take a look in the shack if you want to.
I imagine that someone...
Of course. We took turns guarding the shack. If I remember correctly, it was Brother the...
Whom do you suspect of being...
Oh, alas. I'm afraid there are... Some settlers may have fallen prey to the lure of profit. The heretical natives of Vedlug. Or it could have been vengeance by those who had to leave.
Well, thank you.
I am the one who should be thanking you.
The Mother Cardinal told me that this village has been developed on the basis of St. Lucius's writing. Are you one of the theologians who helped?
Yes. I was sent here to and then I stayed.
What was the reaction of the natives when you arrived?
Most of them were not in favor. They were afraid and there were even more protests once we started talking about I suppose they thought we would destroy all of their raised stones.
Were there any conflict?
Yes. The warriors of the village attacked. The Inquisition managed to make them run away. The island, we stood our ground. And when Lur...
Thank you. Thank you. Do you have any ideas about who stole the tablet?
Some of the village savages helped us during the search. Perhaps they are behind all of this. There is
a... Greetings. Desarde. I'm handling...
I'm Brother Virgil.
According to your colleague, you were the one in charge.
Indeed.
What can you tell me about that night? Did you...
No, nothing in particular. The night...
Someone had to enter the shack to steal the tablet.
I have no idea.
Do you suspect any...
Not really. What I...
Well, Sister Eugene...
Of course. But all that matters to us is that...
Do you think the culprit...
Well, since none of us did it, it seems obvious. There aren't many others. And the natives knew of the existence of these tablets before we found them. They were attached to them too.
They are the ones who led you.
Well, we conducted some inhabitants.
Well, thank you.
As you wish. But you won't find anything. There were witnesses to the discovery of these tablets. We have all the proof.
What do you mean?
Now we can prove Saint Matthias lived here. Now, to keep rummaging the way Sister Eugenia does will only create...
I was not Have you been in Eden?
2 months, approximately. I joined Sister Eugenia's team with some of my colleagues. We arrived straight from Ptolemy, hoping to study some. But once we were here, I must bring the...
You talked about a mission with the natives.
I may be under the command of Sister Eugenia. Our mission is to banish pagan cults. The island belongs to Saint Matthias, and therefore to...
If your superior's Domitius, I did not expect to find one of its members side by side with the...
The Order goes everywhere. The light...
You have a very unique way. How are your relations?
When I arrived, we were still trying to... They were very reluctant to give us... Our attempts eventually made some of the inhabitants the warriors, and the marked. The ones the natives... And it has proved nothing but a blessing. I would like to go back to work.
Of course. I will leave you.
Кого такие нищие? Где ваш путик?
Father,
I'm glad to see.
tell me about how you...
We did not create it from the islanders called it Vixenagad, which translates to we saw it as a sign. The natives had probably chosen this name in memory, and everything here fit the description of St. Lucius, the discoverer. So, we decided to rebuild our Eden here, in the spirit of...
Why share this village with...
To replicate and resume the work. If he came here and managed to convert the natives, then it is by living side by side with them.
How well do you get along with...
Very well, of course. Especially since...
Left?
Oh, to other villages, I imagine. Does it even matter? Some of their legends must have been about Saint Matthias. That...
And how well have neighbors...
With some reluctance, to be... There are still frequent conflicts with the village of Ved, but the other villages, the more peaceful ones, are slowly starting.
There is something...
It often takes time for the people of the... I am sure you will come.
I must...
May the enlightened...
Беготни здесь много, игра явно не за один день, что прошли. Особенно если с побочками всеми.
Hello. I am
Hello. Desarde.
There are Onolmenawi among the Logea. What do you want from me?
I have heard a lot of things about this village. Tell me about the arrival of
The priests were roaming around the village. They were asking questions. One morning they were building houses next to us.
The priests told me that they had managed to convert you.
As long as we refused to listen to them, they were violent. So we let them talk. And now that they think, some of the things they say are beautiful, and their magic is impressive.
One of the theologians told me that you had helped them in their...
They wanted to find tracks of the old saying. Our Donegad did not want to tell them anything, but since they violently interrogated everyone...
What happened to your warriors?
They did not accept the presence of the priests. They even asked Deirdre. Did so? The priests called the soul lasser. I asked for peace, and the others left us.
Aren't you angry after all that happened?
No. I mourn those who died.
Your opportunity for what?
For the Renaight's to understand who we are. But men, perhaps wiser than they are.
I have to go.
Like.
I knew that the story would be more complex than we'd been told.
I find it regrettable that my colleagues aren't more honest when it comes to history. Nothing solid has ever been built on lies.
Either way, the resentment here is strong enough for a theft to occur.
Самое интересное, здесь можно вроде на монстрах качаться, а можно так бегать квестики делать. Относительной безопасности. Что за квесты отваливают нормально.
There's only one entrance.
Brother Virgil can't have cared less about these relics. He must have then. Someone must have just.
It's very likely that that's what happened. But it can't be a coincidence that they decided to steal it during the watch of the only.
So, we have to find their accomplice.
We know that this theft could be an act of vengeance by the natives who were forced. They must still have allies in the village. He will certainly know who's close to the exiles.
Ну что, на территории в деревню какой-то? Без полкарты, да? Нет? Нельзя было сразу дома смотреть, потом поговорить с ним, а потом его расспросить про это. Серьезно? Я от него бежал туда, чтобы опять побежать к нему. Называется. Нормально.
I think I know who stole them.
Really?
I believe those who were exiled from your village seek vengeance because the mission they must have taken the tower.
Мне просто начали отключать звук на видосах на Твиче. Я решил, что надо отключить Twitch DJ, чтобы этого не было. Как бы.
You do well to tell me what you know. Once the priests have reached the same conclusions as I have, how do you...
I do not think they will hurt us.
Since you do not want to talk, I will have to... The Inquisitors will make you confess the name of...
I think the name of the woman you are looking for is Vindwal. She helps the priests who seek...
If she's helping the priests...
Her son is one of the warriors who had to... If you go talk to her, please, do not hurt her.
I have no intention of hurting her. But things may not... I have to go.
Like.
Ну вот, потерял репу. Не хочу терять рэп. Вот я по рэпу. Еще можно сделать вот так вот.
You have returned.
I think I believe they must...
You may...
You do well to tell me what you know. Once the priest...
You're probably right. The Inquisitor... I do not want to break the... I think the name of the woman you are looking...
If she's helping the...
Her son... If you go...
I have no... I have to go.
Like.
Ну вот, тут даже 50% прокатило. Пока текстовые квесты можно оставить шапку. Когда пойдет лутик, надо менять шапку. Чтобы было больше лутика, больше лутика.
Greetings. Are you...
Bertia Tumad. Yes.
What can you tell me about Lair?
He is a man of peace. Some people dislike him, but I think the mind shakers. He almost speaks like...
Listen, I know you helped the exiles to steal the tablet.
No. This is not...
There's no point in denying it. I know you did it for your son.
If you know that, then you know that I don't have the tablet.
The only means of alleviating the situation with Ptolemy is to give the priest. So if you do not want your son to suffer their
Bran and if you want to take the tablets away from them without being... And please...
О, сейчас лучики пойдут. Лучики. Только 300 метров надо пробираться еще раз. Идите по дороге слева, идите по дороге справа. Не определились, где какая дорога. Слушай, вот эти были достаточно толстые. Блин, надо убрать переключение оружия на вторую кнопку выше. Потому что я постоянно переключаю. Давай лучше F4. А на верхнюю что можно сделать? Можно ярость поставить. И все это сохранить. Конечно же. Фиг с таким запасом маны, я редко оружие люблю.
Here's the place that Vindwal indicated. The exiles must be near.
These people have been banished already. There's no need to add death to their list of punishments. Let's try not to fight them.
Don't worry, we'll be discreet.
In that case, we should avoid taking the left path. If I remember correctly what that woman said, it's booby trapped.
Интересно, они прячут скрижали. Сами сидят вдалеке. А скрижали вот.
There, we found them. Now all that's left to do is return to Eden.
Не буду никого побеждать. Просто драпаем. Чуваки, не убивайте их. Я понял. Если не сагдались, то все, нибудь. Ползем тогда обратно. Раз они за полкарты видят. Аж оттуда. Березки, лес, красиво. Надо опять 22 и заканчивать на сегодня. Опа, ты это что делаешь?
What are you doing here?
I was worried for my son.
I think so. I managed to...
I am glad to hear that you managed to... He needs to stop seeking revenge.
That would indeed be wiser.
О, она уже здесь. Как она так быстро ходит?
I retrieved your relics.
Thank you. Thank you immensely. Thanks to them.
I am curious to know who is responsible for this.
I do not want to point the finger at anyone. You have your...
Your indulgence honors you, but how can we be so...
A good start would be to keep a better watch on the price.
In any case, you should also pay more attention to those who share this. This theft would never have happened had you truly been in harmony.
But that is precisely what we desire more than anything. We'll make sure to improve things in the future. I would be most grateful if you agreed to continue.
I might come back at some point, but alas, I am...
Naturally. Either way, we are certain...
Actually, I must go back to my work. Our next
Your next
Our brave researchers must continue to follow. In the meantime, here, take this as a token of...
Thank you. I hope your expert...
Что вы мне 50 золотых дали? Вы мне шмотку какую-нибудь легендарную дали.
Can I do anything?
I must...
Провождение. Ждать сутки. Ну давайте подождем. Чтобы далеко не уходить. Север Роттердама. Ну, побежали. Поручение поделать. Поищем логовец. А, эти время. Что рычишь? Я что не трогаю. пинаешь? Слушайте, вождь и то более мягкий, чем они. Где тут какие эти штуки? Или я уже их сломал? Нет, не сломал. Взрывать эти логово, где их было много, и я с ними сражался и умирал. Либо про этих. Леволька, тут логовище юргланов. Кто вот такие юргланы? Кто вот такие? Ну, походу, не здесь. Ладно, пошли крестик смотреть. Тут еще поискать. Ну вот здесь уже план. Здесь же, да? Просто квест был, их не было. Нет. Нет. Главное, прячьтесь, конечно. К северу, ну, север это либо тут, либо тут. Это юг, тут север, ну. Непонятно. Алло. Ясно, понятно. Второе логово здесь, по идее. Где-то. Ну и как его искать? По-моему, где-то здесь мы ползали. Слушайте, Ирланы. Где ваша дыра? Хрен найдешь, хотя бы это помечали бы. Так. Не Ирланы. Может там? Ну, здесь олень. Здесь тоже врывались, значит, здесь похоже на яму. А, ну да, эти тоже с этими. С рогами. О. Вот тут похоже. 100 монет. 50 опыта. 50 опыта, ё-моё. За эти квесты дают по 1000, а за этот 50. Интересно. Мне кажется, те еще Йоркланы. Ну, все же. А где все?
Oh, there you are, Your Excellency.
What's going on?
After deciphering the content of the tablets, they went no, but they must have encountered. He most likely came to seek help, but he fainted.
I am not a doctor.
Oh, please do. Any help would be appreciated, and the healer we sent for will certainly arrive.
This man is burning up with fever, and he bears several bite marks and
The blows did not put him in this state. With the right antidote, I think we could get...
Have you tried giving him any...
Of course, but to no avail.
No matter what happened, this man was in the swamp. We know that local healers will... We could ask Lair. He will direct...
Так, зачем фонарик включен? Начинается беготня. Сначала вылечи, потом разберись с существами на болоте. Могли бы мне показать, что они на болоте, я бы их сразу спас. Не было бы этого. Что же, тропинка должна быть протоптана, сколько я не бегаю.
Onolman, I heard that you man...
Did Vindwal tell you?
Yes, and I feel more... And you proved me right.
I need your advice. You may already know that one of the researchers...
I heard about...
He has all the symptoms of a poisoning. He must have been bitten by a creature of the swamp, and...
So, you came to see me. Alas, Ardonegad is one of the exiles.
Thank you. I will go see her. I have to go.
Like.
Так, пошли обратно. К старушке. Винтваль. Вы не могли дома поближе сделать? Хотя бы стоять. Ближе друг к другу. Сейчас пойду на болото собирать корешки.
Here you are again.
I have come to ask for your help.
I do know a few of them.
One of the researchers came back wounded from the expedition.
And now he has the Llewellyn fever. We have a...
Do you know which antidote should...
Yes. These priests are idiots. You are so. I will give you the... Make
А
him
сразу
drink
нельзя
this
было
remedy and he'll
им
get better.
помочь?
Thank you, then.
Боже ж ты мой. Что здесь такие неорганизованные люди в этом фэнтези? Вот у вас помощь рядом стоит. Нет. Давайте пришлем незнакомку.
You're in Eden.
The swamp is so hostile.
What caused these wounds?
A nightmarish a colleague and I had left to fetch some help. I managed to run away, but I don't know.
Show me the location of your colleagues on the map.
There.
Thank you.
Теперь пошли спасать. Вы мне опыт давали за каждый этап. Квест. Может, я бы остановился на середине. А во, они еще и не на этой локации? Да вы ж рофлите. Или вы хоть на этой локации умираете? Или другой? А, ну нашли куда идти. На это болото. Красавчики. Хотя я эту девку убил. Да, все равно. Тут без этих квестов не пройти дальше, по идее, потому что заблокированы многие места. Пока ты не берешь квест определенный, ты не пройдешь. Можно, конечно, было попробовать чисто по основному заданию бегать. Но опыт это так не получишь. Я еще туда бегу. Там-то было закрыто до этого. Теперь там было закрыто.
I do not remember there being a path in this place the last time.
Perfectly right, my child. This passage must have been cleared by the expedition. We should follow it.
Экспедиция что-то может, стену ломает. Горы сворачивают по дороге. Я слышал, что здесь опасно, что-то тут никто не вылазит. Не встречает меня. Явно не сюда. Надо что-нибудь сюда попасть. Затягиваю квестики. Блин, у меня оперативка с этой вроде справляется. Хотя как, оперативка справляется, но файл подкачки больше.
Hey, what's happening here? I could hear...
Your Excellency, I'm so happy to see you.
How did you manage to find us?
Brother Fidelis managed to reach Eden.
But he didn't leave alone. What happened to Father Orbricus, who was accompanying?
He must be dead, like our other companions. This is all your fault. This is yet more proof that you are not fit to...
Maybe you should calm down.
This expedition was undertaken with no concern for commons. Our people are disappearing, and all we have...
Brother Virgil is terrified, which probably explains why we have made incredible discoveries.
You are beyond redemption. I won't waste it. If you want to talk to me, Your Excellency...
How charming.
Теперь мне еще бегать сверху вниз. Из-за того, что они не хотят говорить при мне.
I hope you will forgive us for that scene. But ever since we arrived here, it has been unbearable.
Before anything else,
What would you like to...
for what reason?
The expedition itself, I'm afraid. For him, our discoveries in Eden were sufficient. According to him, we should never have continued. And when we...
Were they also written by Satan?
Without a doubt. The handwriting is the same. There are also... But what really angers Virgil... Our founder explains that he learned a lot from the island. He now persists in saying that these tablets are...
Brother Fidelis told me that several...
Yes, that's why he left along... 3 more of our colleagues are missing. I must admit that I made a mistake. I should have prepared this expedition...
And no one has searched...
I wanted us to search for them, but someone late... Along with lack of preparation, our constantly decreasing...
And by someone, I suppose you mean...
Indeed.
I'm thankful for these pieces of information.
Of course, that's understandable. You must hear us both.
Болтовня, бля. Далее можно просто
What do you want?
монстров перебить и все.
Can you explain to me
The reason for it is very simple. It is Eugene. The discoveries made in Eden were sufficient, but she organized this expedition and now she's accepting as facts.
What do you mean?
We found some new tablets, but their content is so absurd. I am certain that the natives must have found these stones before us.
How would they have done that?
They must have been helped by an unscrupulous settler.
Brother Fidelis told me that some of your colleagues went missing.
They did not go missing. They were killed. And let's not forget this. You can feel their presence, roaming around the camp at night.
That's strange. There aren't many villages. We've been in this region, and the only native we met was a little insane, but would have been incapable of killing.
Those savages may very well have... We will not be safe on this island.
I see.
So we can die as well.
I cannot take sides in your quarrel for now. Even if you think they are dead, we have to...
Well, if you are prepared to take such a risk, I would not get my hopes up. You should... To get there, take the path south of here.
Это те твари, которые отвалились за пару секунд. Вон этики. Да не плюйся ты. Токсичная тварь.
These fang marks are impressive. The poor man didn't have a chance. He must have been attacked by a large reptile. Most likely a Llewellyn. But what was he doing alone, so far from the camp? The cause of death is no mystery. This man was attacked by one of those large reptiles, a Llewellyn. And yet, These iridescent marks on his skin make me think that a stasis spell was cast on him first. He was intentionally immobilized so that he would fall prey to this animal.
Сюда рановато.
The body of this man was devoured by beasts, but it happened after he died. One of the wounds is clearly a knife wound. But alas, it is impossible to know who was wielding it.
Сами себя резали.
This man's death was no accident, nor was it linked to any predator attack. It was caused by a violent strike to the back of the skull with a mace, and it didn't take place here. The marks surrounding the body show that it was moved, most likely to make it seem like he fell to his death. It seems obvious now that these disappearances were orchestrated.
All these disguised deaths, these abject crimes. The natives can be violent, but they're deceitful. I'm afraid that Brother Virgil may have found a way to take control of the expedition. He should be judged for it.
Indeed. I think that we should go find this brother. Brother Virgil.
Your Excellency.
Indeed. I regret to say that they are indeed.
I knew it. What a waste.
I'm afraid someone else is responsible for this.
The savages. Their thirst for blood is
Oh, Virgil, would you please stop taking us for fools?
Who else could it be?
Someone who desperately wanted this expedition.
Fine. You unmasked me. The Order Luminous sent me to keep an eye to ensure that the discoveries we made would not jeopardize our nation. But the inscriptions on the tablets are a heresy. Can you imagine what would happen if it was said that our founder, but even then, foolish Eugenia, without realizing that our entire nation could suffer?
I understand that you might want to protect your nation.
Come now. What would you do if someone... You cannot make me believe that you would not be willing... But since you want to avoid using violence, my colleagues and I know how to sort through these...
It is undeniable that these discoveries... But he has no right to decide what should be revealed or not. Be careful with your accusations, though. Eugenia and her colleagues are on edge.
Sorry, Brother Virgil, but I cannot accept. The research will continue, and their discoveries will... The decision to reveal them or not.
I see. My colleagues and I will...
Alas, I have found...
How horrible! But how?
I doubt it. Brother Virgil is
What? But why would he?
As I do not have the authority to arrest him. If you want him to face judgment, you will have...
You are right. As soon as we... Once more, your help, alas.
Еще 50 монет. Угу. Нормально. А вот 1100 опыта это хорошо.
Were you hoping to discover...
Of course. The last tablets speak of a journey north, but even if Virgil is no longer a threat,
we could go there for you if you wish.
That would be marvelous. Of course, you would have... I think I noticed a path going north when I was there. Perhaps you will be lucky enough to find more of his writing.
Don't worry. I will conduct this research and come...
Все равно не хватило опыта на уровень. Вы рофлите. Так, тут я не поднимусь. А жаль. Я не хотел тут подняться. Святой Матеус, куда ты ушел? Ты куда ушел? Уровень 22, можно и заканчивать. Качаем характеристику на колечко. Навык на лечение. Вбиваем крутое колечко себе. Плюс 60 урона. Ну и сходим, посмотрим, куда Матеус ушел. Надо опробовать свое колечко новое. О, 350, вот это хорош. Вот это урончик пошел. Не нравится. Здесь подозрительный проход. Почему в каждом сундуке поношенная треуголка? Зачем они вкладывают в сундук это говно? Мне чтобы что-то эпичное положить, то что они не могут одеть. Как я. О, здорово. Я с тобой сражался на 5-м уровне еще, по-моему, кстати. Смотрим, что поменялось. этот раз яични. Спасибо. Халтурите, или халтурите. Ну, как девочку получается, потому что я на 5-м уровне где-то побеждал такого же, у меня только блинк открылся. А в этот раз у меня кроме блинка еще и кольцо не 1-го уровня, а уже 4-го. То есть уже не 80 урона, как было, по-моему. Ну или 160 там было. А уже приличненько. Плюс уменьшение защиты у врага. Я вот даже этих штучек с 2 АОЕшек сношу. О чем тут говорить? Так, надо вообще закругляться с этим всем. А так можно и опять до 4:30 утра сидеть. А завтра на работе что я буду делать? Просто маг. Маг с бесконечным блинком, который не требует маны. Да? По-моему, имба. Имба. О, картинки. Эти изображения прекрасны. Ну, вкус у вас, конечно, такой себе, но в принципе неплохие. Давайте рассмотрим.
This mural is very ancient. It depicts an old man dressed as a priest, getting his face painted by a masked native. This mural is very ancient. It depicts an old man dressed as a priest, getting his face painted by a masked native. This mural depicts an old man praying in front of a face in the mountain. He's holding a rosary. Saint Matthias, praying to Enon Milfrichteman. It looks like a chaplet made of pewter. It's rather basic, but it was made a long time ago. And it undeniably comes from the continent.
This is incredible. Saint Matthias is often depicted or described as using a similar chaplet. Oh, I feel so lucky to be here. In this cavern where our founder lived.
Engraved tablets. They resemble the ones we recovered in Eden. We should take them with us. The researchers would be delighted to study them. There are some native symbols here and some letters I recognize, as if someone had tried to write in the native language using our alphabet. Men dwi stad in on mil frichtemen. This is incredible. Saint Matthias would have known about the spirit of the island and would have prayed to him. I do not know these glyphs, but these spirals are native symbols. There are some words in our ancient language next to them. The light and the earth are the two faces of a same power. It's impossible to know if this is a translation or another sentence. But this is a message that would seriously displease the Inquisitors.
I don't know if you realize the Saint Matthias, the founder of Teleme, finished his life worship. This is so incredible. Although it will cause a huge
I wonder what I should do with Eugenia. Probably didn't imagine that Saint Matthias lived his life in a way that's so different. As for Virgil, he wasn't wrong. Such a revelation will certainly...
I know how difficult keeping some secrets can be. It could lead to peace with the natives, as much as it could lead to a civil war.
I already took sides in their quarrel. If I change my mind, I'm afraid that it might be seen as treason. I'll think about it on the way there.
Конечно, обнародуем, пускай люди знают, как их обманывали. О, уже полуровня апнул, блин. Теперь 23 надо, что ли? Сестре Евгений, да? Вот именно сестре Евгении. Арти, вы поздно зашли. Либо вы долго сидели и молчали. И повышали активность. Вроде игра такая, ну, посредственная, но не отпускает, падла. Люблю РПГшки. Так, сестра Евгения, ты где? Там. Так, можно переместиться. Повышал активность. Я даже не знал, что вы здесь. Представляете?
So, did you find anything? Or do you...
Активность сперматозоидов?
We discovered a cave that was inhabited a long time ago by a whole mostly natives, who had obviously created...
And have you found traces of our holy founder?
There were also frescoes on the site, representing Saint Matthias.
Frescoes?
He was shown having his face painted by a native.
You can't be serious. You mean to say that our saint converted to
That is what emerges from our findings, yes. Other objects that I was able to bring back also... Look, there are inscriptions. These tablets and...
This chaplet. I cannot believe...
Видимо, Арти все это время был здесь, только он молчал.
You must come with me. We must go. You realize our entire... So far, anyone who wanted to question it would have burned their fingers.
And you think that this time they'll listen?
We have solid proof. All this evidence.
I see. I will...
It seems we are arriving right on time. You did well to warn us, Brother Virgil.
Virgil? How did you...
I'm afraid that your excellency's lies...
We were informed of your discoveries and of the danger they... We demand that you hand them over to us immediately.
How can you even suggest the destruction of...
Out of love for our dogma. But since you refuse to comply with our orders...
Ну давайте драться. А, чё не оверлевел? Осуждаю. О, ваншотик словил. Нормально. Ваншотики это интересно. А мне как бы и выбора не дали. Блин, опять диалоги слушать. Да вы видели? Я даже не успел скастовать паралич. Я успел на него набить ярости, но... Но я не буду скрывать истину, я все равно буду действовать так же. Сейчас будем просто стараться осторожнее это сделать. Паралич. АУЕ! АУЕ все равно их ломает с 2-3 ударов. Так что их оверлевел сосет писю. Все. Вот вам и оверлевел.
We would do well to hasten to San Matthias, and we will have to take care of Bishop Domitius.
You are right. All this proves is that there is a risk that the Mother Cardinal will also reject our discoveries.
And if you will allow me to attend the hearing,
Your help will be precious. In any case, we must present our... I will study the tablets one last... And I will meet you at the palace in San...
Understood.
О, лутик подъехал. Я в какой-то играл, ну, рогалик. Новый, неплохой, в принципе. Только не помню, как он называется. С интересной стилистикой. Так. Лутики. Что мы налутили? Топор. Топор не то. Выносливость 2. Не подходит. Шеи нету. ХП регенчик. Торсик старый. Перчатки старые. Они старые. Так. Сиора. О, меч нормально подъехал. Через часик попробовать. Курт. Так, я набрался быстрее времени. О, лечь спать на коврике возле камина? Ну, не на шкуре, нормально. Интересно, девки пляшут. Так, ну что, надо сбегать, подтвердить, что мы нашли. Поднять бунт. Все остальное. Я еще какой-то ключик, кстати, залутал. Не отсюда, не отсюда. Что за ключик? Как его найти? Это не то. Для заданий. Ключ от тюрьмы в порту Новой Сирены. Ключ от подвала склада. Фонтен держит целый Джонс. Ключ от прислуги из дворца наместника. В Новой Сирене. Ключ от подвала призрачного волка. Ключ от тюрьмы Ордена Света. Опа! Так, пошлите освобождать. Где тюрьма? Тут тюрьма? Не тут тюрьма. Раз уж у нас есть время все равно. Есть тут кто? Тут никого нет. Что это за тюрьма такая? А где тюрьма-то? Освобождаю ключ от тюрьмы, которой нет. Шо получится? Сейчас мы поломаем всю их веру. Фанатики гребаные.
Your Excellency, Sister Eugenia was just recounting me the tale of your achievements.
These relics shed a new light on the last year. It all demonstrates that he hadn't evangelized the islanders, but on the merging the cult of the enlightened and
these discoveries, if they can be verified, are extraordinary. But they also represent a great... We must first verify their authenticity. Could what you have witnessed...
The cavern we discovered is located in a very remote place. It contains some ruined dwellings. Fraudsters would inevitably have left. The entrance to the cave was protected by one of those giants. These guardians usually protect sacred places. I had to kill this beast, which leads me to... We discovered ancient frescoes. They represent Saint Matthias. In one, he is praying for the divinity of the island. I understand how shocking these discoveries are.
The tablets found at the site, however, attest that our founder... He simply saw it as two different reflections of...
The relics could be authentic, Your Excellency, but we only have the political and religious impact of these discoveries will be And who is to say that this is...
I understand your doubts, Your Eminence. But you yourself asked me to... It seems to me that the best way to address this matter would be... Then you will see that what I have to...
I suppose you would not suggest such, but you are right. I need...
Your Eminence. All of this is, even if these frescoes are real and old, who's to say this is surely the naive vision that the island... Our duty is to bury all this in order to preserve our
And you have already tried to do that. Brother Virgil, who worked for you, did not hesitate to attack us.
That's right. And he even tried to blame me.
What kind of manipulations and extreme...
Brother Virgil was indeed a member. This is exactly the kind of effect that...
That's enough, Domitius. An investigation...
Your Eminence, we are faced with a crew he prays and places his trust in the one Saint Matthias shows us a new way. If we...
You surprise me, Petrus. Yet your words seem sincere. Does anyone wish to...
I understand your doubts about the future, which are inevitable. You hesitate just as St. Lucius did. Yet in the end, he revealed what he knew. And his words still...
Thank you for your testimony. I will now... After careful consideration, I have decided it will take years for our theologians to... But our dogma must follow the path open.
Thank you, Your Eminence.
I don't doubt it, my dear. And I would like... I look forward to worshipping at the place where our... As for you, Your Excellency... Your sincere insight has encouraged...
It was my pleasure.
Let me also thank you, Your Excellency.
О, сколько слов лестных. А опыта мало, всего 200. Все, надо заканчивать на этом прекрасном моменте. Всем спасибо за внимание. Хотя вы не смотрели, вы только сидели в чатике. Ленивые. Спокойной ночи.